If you have children, I do not have to tell you that your body changes after pregnancy. And how you feel about your body has a lot to do with how you feel about yourself and how you feel in relationships. I'm so happy to introduce Joyesh Raj back to the show with Raj Plastic Surgery. This is so huge for women. I mean, everybody out there can relate to this. You know, how they appear, especially after pregnancy, affects how they feel about themselves.
Absolutely. This is one of the best parts of my job. This is why I love my job so much. You get to transform people's lives, you know.
So it isn't just about the appearance, right? What else transforms when somebody takes care of stuff?
Well, you know, what happens is that, you know, moms, you know, they spend so much time taking care of everybody else in their family. And truly, every mom knows that the mom is the heart of the home. And if mom doesn't feel quite right about her body, you know, from all the changes that occurred in pregnancy, it just doesn't feel good. And there are consequences in the way she interacts with her husband, with her kids, how available she is for everybody emotionally, not just physically.
No, right, absolutely. I have more friends, I'm telling you, well, no names, but we'll sit around and we'll talk about, so what's hanging on your body? Okay, I'm 54, so what's sagging? You know, and it's the tummy after the pregnancy, and then it rents space in our head. We really obsess over this kind of thing.
Absolutely, and what I find in our practice is that the hardest thing for a mom to do is to just walk in our door. You know, they spend so much time taking care of other people. The concept of doing something for themselves is sometimes a little bit of a challenge.
So is that the biggest obstacle from walking in, picking up the phone and calling somebody and walking in the door, is that, well, I can't do it for me because I'm taking care of everybody else?
That's right. A lot of people feel that, you know, well, is it the right thing? Am I, you know, being selfish? Am I, you know, am I being shallow? These are not what's really going on. What moms need to understand and realize is that when they feel good about themselves and how they perceive themselves, they project that aura and the energy towards their whole family. The whole family benefits because they're more available and more happy in their relationships with their kids, their husbands, and...
So what areas in a body for a woman, what changes after pregnancy that you work on the most?
Well, very commonly, obviously, most people understand that the belly will stretch outwards. And so what happens is the abdominal wall fills up and the muscles stretch out and the skin stretches out. Well, after the baby is born, everything kind of recoils. But sometimes the recoil doesn't work as well as you'd like it to.
Yeah.
And so you're left with a couple things. Sometimes there's stretch marks, sometimes the skin is a little saggy, or the muscles are even spread out. And a lot of women who are very active physically, you know, with exercise, they feel that it's much more difficult to do sit-ups afterwards. Well, it's because the muscles in the front part of the belly have kind of been split out. So one thing we can do is recontour the abdomen by either removing some of the skin, getting rid of some of the stretch marks, realigning and orienting the muscles so you kind of have an internal course that gives that hourglass figure. So
I think there's a myth out there that if you just do enough sit-ups you can get your stomach back, but in some cases
it's just not going to happen.
And the skin, even though your muscles are tighter, the skin's hanging there.
That's right. That's right. Sometimes you have to remove it, unfortunately. The other area that changes with pregnancy is a woman's breasts, and sometimes they'll swell up, and then obviously once the swelling goes down after lactation is completed, sometimes it's like a deflated balloon. The breast becomes saggier and they lose volume. So sometimes we'll have to replace some of that volume by placing a breast implant, or we can do a lift, for example, to reposition and reshape the breast.
I've got so many questions. You're coming back.
I'd love to. I'd be happy to.
Great. So if you have questions and you want to hear more about this, you definitely want to give Dr. Raj a call at 440-808-8030. That's Raj Plastic Surgery, and the website is rajplasticsurgery.com. Wonderful information. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
We'll be right back.
Next, we'll go back to basics on behavior from man's best friend. Then, what do women really want? Coach Kathy has the answer to this age-old question.